Hey there, everyone. That sexy nerd is back again, and I'm wearing my Superman shirt. I even know I was wearing it all yesterday in anticipation for this, but hey. I should have gotten the other Superman shirt. I admit, but faded Superman suits this situation well because at the end of the day, Superboy Prime is an imposter, he's a disgrace to the name, and he's really dumb. Apparently, everybody is like, it really calls out on him really being dumb. I never saw him as really dumb because I thought he was like too strong to be dumb, I guess, but then again, Ed from Ed, and Eddie is also really strong, and yeah. But anyway, Cyborg Superman versus Sentry. I've put some more thought into this fight, and I actually reread some comic books with the Sentry in it. Superboy might slightly be outclassed, but then again, I think he could take the Void. Again, going on by default, like by the most powerful superheroes, usually DC supersedes Marvel, usually. Like, I think I've seen a couple of DC characters lose to Marvel characters. Ghost Rider, but Ghost Rider is the shit. So, there's that. And God, I think Hawkeye won against Green Arrow, but again, Green Arrow, that's not much of a victory now, is it? Anyway, enough with the dilly-dallying. I want to get to the fucking fight. So, please, smash that like button if you want to see more sexy and nerdy content, and subscribe if you think I deserve it. And remember, sign up for my Patreon for all my latest reactions to my latest videos. So let's do this thing, y'all! Woo! Hell yeah! I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it.
Prove that sometimes absolute power corrupts absolutely.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win
a death battle. Woo! Hell yeah.
One superhero
Robbie Reynolds
stands alone at the peak of Marvel Comics. He's a brilliant scientist and friend to
Hyperion?
all. The Golden Guardian of Good, the Sentry.
Which makes it all the more mysterious when all of humanity forgot about him, as though he never existed in the first place.
He's doing.
If the reason we forgot Sentry is that he wanted to be forgotten.
To save us from himself.
As the story goes, Robbie Reynolds was just your average, ordinary high school teen until the day he accidentally drank this super soldier serum.
At that moment, Robbie was imbued with the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns, becoming one of the strongest superheroes in existence.
That's gonna be one hell of a
Boy!
And what better way to use his new powers than to become a Sentry to all mankind?
Yeah.
In a never-ending crusade against his devious arch-nemesis,
The Void.
He's got all your classic, I can't believe he's not Kryptonian superpowers, like super strength, speed, durability, and flight.
He can
He
spot
bent
you from
that.
miles away, or even hear a butterfly sneeze from across the planet.
Do butterflies sneeze?
No!
Well, Sentry cells absorb and process the sun's rays, and if he wants to, he can fire that solar energy right back at you
What?
with a powerful laser,
Well,
or bend light away to
wouldn't
turn
that
invisible, or use it
help
to make
Clark?
force fields.
Really, the Sentry can draw power from anywhere
Clark.
and everywhere. When he was forcibly shrunk down to subatomic size, he started pulling energy from the microverse instead.
What?
Despite being microscopic, his punches were strong enough to destroy planets, even while holding back.
Sentry
Whoa.
can teleport, communicate telepathically, and even read and mess with minds.
He's also a genius
I don't know.
with a super brain comparable to Tony Stark and Reed Richards.
I've never seen him
He's even
do-
built his own watchtower with
do
an
anything
advanced
that's
AI
smart.
that is constantly monitoring the planet for threats.
Jesus Christ, he's like the Avengers all in one.
I know.
He doesn't even need to be any other superhero.
Well,
Indeed, the Sentry is more than strong enough to take on Marvel's heaviest hitters, like his famous battle with the
Hulk.
Green Scar Hulk. Where Black Bolt, Iron Man, and Doctor Strange failed, the Sentry was the only one who stood against the Hulk's full power.
He's also battled
he didn't win, though. Let's not forget, he only fought Hulk to a standstill, and then kinda, sorta rejuvenated himself while the Sentry could not do that. So technically, he lost to the Hulk.
Thor, who collapsed an infinite number of timelines into one by clashing with another
Under
Thor.
Thor, yeah.
Sentry is incredibly fast, too. He can bend space and speed blitz Ares, who can move within plank time, the smallest unit of
Ares
time
is a
possible
bitch.
in our universe.
He's stated to be
Compared
as
to him.
fast as the Heralds of Galactus, like the Silver Surfer,
Whoa.
who once outraced the multiverse blowing up. The Surfer flew so fast he went back in time, so you'd think Sentry would be able to handle some punk in a trench coat.
But it wasn't so
yeah.
simple. The Void was everywhere that the Sentry wasn't.
If Sentry saved people from a burning building, Void would crash an airplane. If Sentry healed a person's broken back, Void would give someone else cancer. What an
What the
asshole!
fuck?
Good act the Sentry performs, the Void commits an evil one. Because the truth was, the Sentry and the Void
are the
were
same
one
person.
and the same.
Bum, bum, plot twist. Turns out Sentry's whole origin story was a lie. Robbie Reynolds wasn't a 60s high schooler beating up bullies like
Nope.
some Jack Kirby comic.
Nope.
In reality, Bob Reynolds was a schizophrenic meth addict who drank the Sentry serum just to get high. And the Void was, in reality, a malevolent godlike entity bonded to Bob that was the literal angel of death.
Yeah,
Yes.
what?
The Bible with Moses and the Pharaoh and the dead firstborns. That's him, apparently.
Ah!
Being manifest as the dark side of Bob's shattered.
It's really funny because I just made a reaction to Prince of Egypt that I will bring to you guys as soon as I can edit it and get it on here.
Psyche, a villainous alter ego with all of his power. Too
I
much
can't.
power for any one.
I can't
man.
deal with the Void, man.
The only way to
the
destroy
Void scares me.
was to also destroy the Sentry.
So Bob did something crazy. With help from Reed's tech, he used his own psychic powers to erase himself from everyone's past, present, and future.
He tried.
Including his own.
Warping the perception of reality of every single person on the planet. They would no longer remember him or even recognize anything remotely related to him. A picture
what
of
Spider-Man
the Sentry
happened
would still
in Spider-Man.
technically exist, but in your mind's eye, including Bob's, it isn't there.
Great. Everyone knows repressing your problems always makes them better.
Nope.
But Bob's memories eventually clawed their way back.
No shit.
In part thanks to
Norman Osborn.
the Green Goblin,
Yeah.
and his desire to somehow control the Void.
But again, that is what happens when you give a crazy person power. Apparently, a lesson we did not learn because of that dumbass Donald Jackass Trump.
Norman had the Thunderbolts murder Bob's wife Lindy in order to release,
The Void.
Angel
Yeah,
of
I remember
Death.
that.
Yeah, try controlling the kind of guy who can throw hands with Molecule Man, who somehow is one of the strongest beings in all of Marvel.
I don't get
At
it.
his peak, he's got almost complete control over the multiverse.
Dude,
So yeah,
molecules.
good luck with that one, Norm.
Molecule Man was another mentally unstable god
Yeah.
whose power fluctuates based on their self-confidence. And
Yeah, him, Michael Korvax, and Sentry should all have a big fight. The universe, the multiverse would be destroyed. Absolutely.
a sort of kindred spirit to Bob.
It was then
yeah.
that Bob discovered the true source of his own powers, his own control over molecules. Yeah, you can do that too.
This Sentry
yeah.
can create and destroy matter on
Why
Earth,
not?
able to rip you apart at the molecular level, or conjure an entire new reality from scratch.
Clark would be
With just
fucked.
a wave of his hand,
Jesus.
like Dr. Manhattan.
He can also regenerate his body from any kind of damage, like being burnt to a skeleton or getting Dr. Manhattan himself.
As long as one single solitary atom remains,
Cell.
the Sentry is unkillable.
And Void's got all of this and more, except he doesn't hold back. He can shapeshift, create hurricanes, trap you in darkness, possess your body, and
No,
devour
thank
your
you.
With his infinitenders,
No, thank you.
the Void takes control of a victim's mind and tortures them with the memories of past traumas and nightmares.
Whoa.
He killed Loki. He wrecked Asgard. The Avengers, the Fantastic Four, the Inhumans, and the X-Men teaming up
Couldn't-
all at once
couldn't
could
do it.
barely handle him.
Nope.
Void is
Couldn't
one
happen.
of the biggest bads in Marvel. Great fucking job, Norm.
Yeah.
I'm something of a moron myself.
The only way forward, the only way for Bob to save everyone, including himself, was to do something he never imagined. let the Void in.
By refusing to repress his darker half anymore, Sentry and Void merged and became stronger than the sum of their parts.
One
What?
being now free to finally live his life without the crushing weight of self-hatred
Oh my
and fear.
god.
Maybe, but this is the Void we're talking about. What if Bob just has a new puppet master who's only letting him think he's in control?
As
Clark.
long as the Void exists, it's just another revolution in that same endless cycle. It remains to be seen whether even death itself can break that wheel.
He'll be back. Sentry is gone, but not forgotten. He'll never be forgotten again.
Yeah, I can't. The
Do you
Void.
believe a man can fly?
Clark, you might be fucked.
Yeah, Wiz, within the pages of DC Comics, everyone in their irradiated six-dimensional gorilla mother can do it.
Well, what about in the real world? Not Earth 1 or Earth 2, but our own Earth. Earth Prime.
The Earth of you, me, and Clark Kent. A totally normal boy from New England who just happened to share a name with that comic book character.
Mere coincidence. That is, until the day Clark took a leap of faith and believed he could fly.
And he did! Surprise, surprise, Clark was actually from the planet Krypton, which apparently exists in our universe now? Anyway, the real Superman, the one from all those comics he loved, showed up just in time to give him the skinny on being Superboy. Wait, he could have chosen me! I believe I can fly!
Don't jump off
Oh, well.
Clark had all your classic Kryptonian powers. Flight, heat vision, microscopic and telescopic sight, Arctic breath. It was the dream that every little boy had finally come true.
Ow. Just in time for his universe, our universe, to be annihilated literally 1 month later in DC Comics Armageddon, the Crisis on Infinite Earths. Wiz, we're canonically dead since 1986 apparently.
With everyone he knew and loved gone, Clark took shelter in a pocket dimension with other cosmic refugees. Now an anachronism in DC's new, rebooted, post-crisis continuity, Clark was forced to watch as the comics landscape changed before his eyes. As stories became darker and morally complex, as heroes failed to be the paragons of good he saw them as in his childhood.
As someone
I don't understand why everybody keeps on harping with Wonder Woman killing Maxwell Lord. Who cares? He was a villain.
else got to be Superboy.
Some people can't stand change.
Nope.
Can't stand to see a world that doesn't look the way it did when they were a child.
Nope.
The day needed to be saved
MAGA,
by
but
Superboy. The real Superboy. Superboy Prime.
So he did what any Superboy would do. Punch really hard. He punched his way out of the dimension so hard, the shockwaves rippled through the universe and retconned DC Comics.
Yep.
Superboy was back, and he was gonna fix comic books forever. Hell yeah!
No matter how many fake heroes got in his way.
Oh shit! Super Chud Prime isn't just your ordinary Kryptonian. Oh no, he's pre-crisis.
Yeah.
As in, from before the Crisis on Infinite Earths, a time when comics were a bit more
Whee!
comical.
When Superman could sneeze solar systems apart or tow a galaxy of planets behind him like it was nothing.
Or clash with another Kryptonian so hard, they generated enough power to restore an infinite number of timelines.
Oh,
Get ready to hear that
that's
word
interesting.
a lot. My favorite is
Well.
the time Superman flew so fast he broke the light barrier, the time barrier, and even the bonds of infinity. I wonder if these writers ever imagined this bullshit would feed nerd arguments for the next half century.
I guess
That's
so.
what I'm complaining. That's how I get paid.
Prime would know he is a self-described power scaler's dream.
Huh. You think he's heard about us?
Maybe.
Only hope not. As a Kryptonian with an ultra-dense molecular structure, he should also share many of the same resistances,
What?
like being transmuted to stone, having his atomic bonds weakened, or getting his energy drained. Kryptonians like Superman can withstand more esoteric attacks too. They can actively resist mental attacks by outthinking them,
Yeah.
and their souls
What?
can resist being destroyed.
All thanks to Earth's good old yellow sun fueling his cells.
Hang on.
And
Hang on. Whoa. Superboy Prime also has the Silver Age Kryptonian ability to vibrate his molecules to travel to other universes or higher dimensions. Holy shit! Never mind. He might just. They might. I don't know. It kind of seems like a freaking stalemate at this point. I don't see anybody who could anything that can overcome the other.
Like that post-crisis super fraud who
Yeah.
gets weaker without sunlight, Prime's got it covered.
With a suit of armor made from the corpse of the Anti-Monitor, which constantly feeds him solar energy. Literally wearing the pelt of the monster who destroyed his universe.
Well-
just to be better and stronger than Superman.
Because that's what he thinks he is. Superman with better feats and scaling. Superman, but real.
Superman, if he was a fucking idiot.
Yes.
Okay, sure, he has the same hyper-efficient brain that all Kryptonians have, but when it came to being a superhero, he was a violent, immature moron.
Exactly what you'd expect from a kid who never grew up and never learned to hold back. Instead of saving Earth's heroes, he started massacring them. And let's be real, there's a part of him that knows that editorial will just bring them all back eventually.
Yeah, right.
He's battled the Doom Patrol, Justice Society, Teen Titans, and 3 Flashes at once. He effortlessly murdered an alternate universe Justice League and even killed his rival, Connor Kent, the new Superboy. Even as other Kryptonians grew in power to become comparable to their pre-crisis iterations, Prime still held an advantage because he never held back.
Like the time he tore apart the Monarch's armor, accidentally unleashing the big
Monarch!
face, destroying the universe, and he was fine.
Or the time a Guardian of the Universe
What?
blew himself up in an attempt to stop Prime.
Didn't work.
Blasting him into the multiverse atom by atom.
Didn't
and
work.
That only made Prime stronger.
What?
About a potential future version of himself who became a god of time. And instead of teaming up, Prime stupidly attacked him and accidentally retconned themselves both out of existence.
Sent him home, back to his original universe, our universe.
What?
Except now everyone he knew, his parents, his girlfriend Lori, had been reading his comics. They knew what he had become, and they were terrified.
Once again,
Oh.
forced to watch as his heroes progressed without him, he pored over comic after comic, learning everything about DC,
And a little bit of Marvel.
only to discover his worst possible nightmare.
Not only would he never get to be Superman, he wasn't even a super villain that people liked. Turns out, power levels aren't everything.
So, naturally, he flew to DC
I like him.
headquarters and attacked the people writing his own comic.
Like some infinitely recursive meta hack.
Prime had become a whiny, petulant, reactionary fanboy. Wiz, you think he's the guy posting on our Reddit?
And at the
Probably.
peak of his violent temper tantrum, he murdered the Golden Age Superman. The original Superman. Action Comics #1. The first superhero.
Instead of restoring DC's glorious past, Prime beat it to death. He needed to change.
And that opportunity came when this alternate universe Jokerized Batman Who Laughs threatened to destroy all of reality.
Yeah,
Prime
okay.
was drafted to help save the day, and it turned out he was the only Superboy who could.
Yeah.
Remember that time Prime punched reality so hard he retconned DC Comics?
Yeah.
Turns out that was no coincidence. Due to his repeated excursions across the
Who'd
multiverse,
say?
Prime became a space-time anomaly, and he slowly learned how to manipulate reality itself with his fists.
I
What?
guess you could call it his retcon punch.
First, its effects were random, like bringing Jason Todd back to life or restoring Beast Boy's memories. But he started to use it to rewrite continuity to fix the evil universes of the Batman Who Laughs.
Giving them and all the characters inside of him happy endings. In a weird way, that's what Superman has always done, right? Punch the bad guys so hard he saves the day.
Prime can punch hard enough to enter the time stream, seemingly exit the comic medium entirely, and even defeat the nigh
punches
omnipotent
well,
Darkest
Phantom
Knight.
Zone.
Who was powerful enough to beat Perpetua, the goddess who created all of DC Comics.
What?
The whole shebang. And Prime hit the Darkest Knight so hard, he erased his entire evil multiverse.
A feat that
What?
no one actually saw happen. Prime's
What?
first true act of
Oh.
heroism was one that he did selflessly, and it was the first step toward becoming a true hero.
Aw.
The kind of hero that Superman always secretly knew he could be. A hero who could someday get his own issue #1.
Yes.
A hero like, well, Superman.
Maybe one day Prime will truly believe in himself, just like he once believed he could fly.
Hopefully.
All right, the battle's about to begin, but
I'm rooting for Superboy Prime. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know he had a redemption arc. I never read any of all that. Wow. Now I really want him to win, but I feel like he might be at a disadvantage slightly, but then again, he's fucking powerful, isn't he? But let's see. I'm rooting for Superboy Prime, but I don't know. The Void scares me. The Void has always scared me. Ever since this thing was mentioned in that first... I read that first comic, the one where Robbie is like basically with his wife and everybody's scared of him, but and even the dog, and accidentally kills his dog, and it's like, what? And everything just starts being so weird, and everything is drawn so weird. It scared the shit out of me because it's way too real with the mental stuff. Ugh. Let's do this thing! Oh my god.
This city won't last much longer. Quit while you're behind, kid.
Mess up a superhero crossover? No way, dork.
It's dork.
Onomatopoeia coming right up!
I said onomatopoeia? The fuck?
You're dealing with someone
Whoa.
who has the power
Whoa!
of a million
Floating suns!
Big mistake, Diplo.
Yeah.
It's prime time.
It's what?
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Are you kidding me? Another dark Superman fraud? Boring! It's cool when I do it.
No, it's not!
Please, stop hitting me.
No.
He'll kill you.
Yes.
I'll kill you.
Well. Kill you to death! Ha! You're funny.
Bye-bye, Bob.
Do you fucking see what I mean? That thing is terrifying. I can't do it, man. That is my nightmares. Like, just a big shadowy fucking figure just haunting your every fucking whim. It's
Time to play God.
God damn it! It's still can. What the fuck? Oh, Clark.
Okay, you weren't joking. Definitely a crisis level threat.
Yeah.
Luckily, so am I.
Run all you want! If Bob couldn't escape me, what hope do you have, boy?
You can still break out of that.
Dark Clark, what kind of a hero are you? Remind me again, whatever happened to Lori?
Oh! Sentry, you dumbass! Boy, you dumbass! Why would you say that?
It's over, Clark.
No.
There is no happy ending.
No.
Not for you. Not for me. Not for anyone else. In the void.
No.
Haven't you ever read a comic book, you big freaking
No. I can already see.
There's always a happy ending.
Yeah. No. Nope. Nope. I knew it. Yeah. You punched him out of existence! Oh.
Bob,
You fixed...
you kept talking about the Sentry. Bad dream?
No idea, Lindy. Best sleep I've had in years.
Oh!
Crisis averted.
Oh my god! Yo! That almost made me cry! Holy shit! Robbie finally got the happy life he wanted because of this jackass, I have to admit. I love that jackass, but holy shit, man! Yeah, just like I knew. I was scared because of that whole reaching through the bonds of infinity thing, but yeah, I forgot. What did they just say? He literally has a punch that can rewrite reality, so... No shit, he won.
Think I've ever seen
Aw.
someone beaten to death so wholesomely before.
I
The
know.
3 chapters, their strength, intelligence, and powers.
As with any flying brick fight, the first question you gotta answer is, who's stronger?
Prime and Sentry are naturally 2 of the heaviest hitters in
Superboy.
DC and Marvel, more than capable of
Clark.
matching and surpassing Herald-level opponents like Superman and Thor.
Who are both strong enough to create and destroy an infinite number of timelines with their clashes. Just absolute wacky bullshit like that.
So in order to pick a winner, we have to take a close look at the strongest beings they fought, Molecule Man and the Darkest Knight.
Sentry beat the crap out of Molecule
Darkest
Man,
Knight.
but remember, Eminem's power can fluctuate a lot, and when
Yeah.
he fought Sentry, he wasn't at his full power, so we can only scale this so far.
But Prime overpowered the Darkest Knight after the Mad Bat had absorbed the powers of both Perpetual
Yeah.
and, what do you know, Dr. Manhattan,
What?
which alone could threaten all of DC Comics.
And
Oh, actually, I shouldn't be surprised that Superboy Prime beat, technically is superior to Dr. Manhattan, because why the hell wouldn't he be? Look what he just did to the Sentry. Wow. Wait, okay. Prime is also more than comparable with the mainline Superman, who was able to subdue the World Forger, one of Perpetua's children, and destroy his new multiverse in one fucking punch. Superman did that? Oh, alright. And the mainline Superman, which mainline Superman are you talking about? You talk about pre-crisis? I mean post-crisis Superman? Or New 52 Superman? I didn't see that. I didn't read that comic.
unlike with Molecule Man, there's nothing to suggest the Darkest Knight was holding back. In a straight brawl, Prime takes the edge with strength. Muscles aren't everything. Maybe Sentry could figure out a way around Prime's brawn with his intelligence.
No.
Prime does possess
Yeah,
a
I mean, yes,
Kryptonian
yes.
brain. He clearly does not use it to
He
its full
doesn't.
extent.
He
It's less
doesn't.
that he's dumb and more that he's
Impulsive.
a teenager and has
Yeah.
a habit of crashing out.
The Sentry, on the other hand, has been compared to Tony Stark and Reed Richards,
Yeah.
some of the most intelligent people in all of Marvel Comics.
Sure, he mentally struggles with the whole Void thing, which sucks for him, but losing control to the Void only makes him more dangerous.
And as the Merge Sentry, he's operating at his peak, fully in control of his powers. In a test of wits and wills, the Sentry was
Yes.
the more intelligent.
But the main question in this matchup had to do with their batshit insane powers.
With the Sentry's ability
Clark.
to reshape molecular matter and warp perception of reality to such an
Yeah.
incredible degree, his powers seem much more versatile than Prime's.
But-
Prime may be stronger, but heat vision, frost breath, and Kryptonian punches aren't going to do much in the long run against someone who can regenerate from a single atom.
But
Pre-crisis Kryptonians have actually resisted having their molecules torn apart before,
Whoa.
and Prime should be no different. So it's not like Sentry was ever going to just Doc Manhattan him away.
Prime could still be worn down. Kryptonians have incredible stamina, but we know that sustained damage will eventually knock them out or kill them.
Unless Prime could find a way around Sentry's insane regeneration, he was toast.
Luckily for Prime, his ability to retcon away your history and mess with your old timeline was
Yeah.
actually something Sentry had no specific resistance
Nope.
to.
Not only that, it was something he's been affected by.
yeah.
At the time, the Scarlet Witch rewrote all of reality during House of M.
Shit.
Bob's continuity was rewritten like everyone else's.
Or the time
Yeah.
Absorbing Man had the powers of a cosmic cube. And
Yeah, I remember too. He was still struggling with it, but he had a better grip on the Void. That's why everybody, because even Scarlet Witch was like, yeah, I'm not fucking with that. I'm not fucking with that motherfucker. Because yeah, as powerful as Scarlet Witch was, the Void is stronger.
warped Sentry's personal reality. Shit, Moonstone literally describes it as a reality punch.
Now, Sentry's psionic power could theoretically retcon himself from Prime's perception of reality. However,
why would he
his
want
feat
to?
required assistance from Reed Richards, and it's unlikely he could pull it off mid-fight.
Pre-crisis Kryptonians also resist a lot of mind manipulation anyway, so good luck trying.
Now, Prime hasn't always had the most perfect control over his retcon
No.
punch, so he might need more than one blow to finish the job.
But Prime was more than capable of powering through Void's scariest abilities.
Like having his soul eaten or being cut off from sunlight. I guess that Edgelord solar armor came in handy after all.
Yeah.
In short, Prime could resist everything Sentry could throw at him, but Sentry couldn't do the same.
Nope.
Prime takes the final edge in powers.
With no way to easily put him down, Prime would eventually muscle his way through and retcon the Void away for good.
Fucking
Sorry,
fantastic
Bob.
fight.
Defeat was unavoidable.
The winner is
Superboy Prime.
Oh, hey, my pizza's here.
The winner is Superboy Prime. The editors? Oh yeah, I win. That's right.
Yes, you do.
Tech frauds really tried to lowball me, but I checked the clock and it's prime time, baby. Now, personally, that intelligence section was such a gimme. I crash out. I'm a tragic hero grappling with real, intense emotion. I can be smart anytime I want. But
I'm good. I think you're smart.
Don't join as a member. Don't watch Death Battle. Read my comics. Prime out.
Next time on
Bye.
Battle.
Huh? What? Aang versus... The hell is that? Traveler from Ginsen? I don't know what Genshin Impact is, but Aang got this shit. No, man, I bet you they just found a freaking character that could probably take down Aang just to piss me off. Just to piss me off. So, you know, just like they did with fucking Guts. Ugh. I barely recovered from that freaking fight. I couldn't stand to watch him die like that. But yeah, that was a fantastic fight, like I knew it would be. And he deserved to gloat like that, to be fair. I know. It's because people seem to like dislike him. I loved the Superboy Prime. I loved him ever since I knew him, but I know people like Linkara, like, you know, no, what was he sound like? I'm going down there to beat you all up. What was the line that he said? I'ma beat you to death. Yeah, I really enjoyed that though. But again, I knew I was again. My perception of the Sentry is kind of, you know, warped because of the fact that he scares me so goddamn much. But like I said, usually people from DC are much more powerful than those from Marvel, even their strongest. What I want to see is Hyperion versus Superman. But then again, I mean, that probably won't end up very well either. Don't put him up against Superboy Prime, because boy, oh boy, that would almost be a hate crime. But like, anyway. Anyway, I loved it. I hope you guys did too. And please smash that like button if you want to see more sexy and nerdy content, and subscribe if you think I deserve it. And remember, sign up for my Patreon for all my latest reactions to all my latest videos. And Superboy Prime is back, y'all.